Welcome to CTV News, Your Canada. It is Thursday, November the 27th. We'll bring you profiles of fascinating Canadians and stories about your community. Thanks for watching.
Retired Reverend Keith McKee and his wife Jan have just returned from London, England, where Keith was invited by Buckingham Palace to meet the Queen.
This is the awards ceremony, including...
For more than 9 years, McKee has volunteered as a judge for the Queen's Commonwealth Essay Competition, the world's oldest writing contest for young people, with Queen Camilla as its patron.
I started off judging about 150 essays a year, but last year I judged 500. So in total, I think it's about 3,000 essays that I have judged.
This year, Her Majesty personally requested that McKee attend the annual awards luncheon at St. James's Palace to thank him for his work promoting literacy around the world. Newly retired and with a long history of community service in London, McKee says the invitation was something he couldn't turn down.
Jumped at this opportunity to travel with my wife, and so I went to the competition.
Many of the essays came from Canada.
Inside St. James's Palace, the very room where King Charles III was proclaimed king, McKee joined diplomats, ambassadors, and the contest's young winners to meet Queen Camilla.
The Queen is an extraordinarily gracious woman. She has a beautiful smile, a great sense of humor, and she has a profound interest in Canada. Back in March, I was awarded the King Charles III Coronation Medal by Her Honor Edith Dumont, the Lieutenant Governor of Ontario, for the work that I do with the Queen's Commonwealth Essay Competition.
Outside of meeting Her Royal Majesty, Keith noted another highlight from his trip.
I never thought, as a Presbyterian minister, I would ever drink champagne with Jerry Hollowell Horner, who was one of the Spice Girls, but I ended up doing that. She's been an ambassador for a couple of years. It was incredible.
Reverend McKee says he'll continue promoting the essay competition across Canada, hoping even more young writers will submit entries next year. Rita Ismail, CTV News.
You could tell that she knew that we were there to help.
If anyone would know, it's Jenna McEwen. She spent nearly 20 years helping injured animals, but she'll tell you no creature she's ever rescued has looked quite like this.
It was surreal. That's one of the only words I can really use to describe the situation.
It started with a Facebook post from Safe Wings Ottawa. A call for someone to transport a bald eagle found hurt on a rural property in Calabogie. So Jenna reached out, and within minutes, she and her 8-year-old son Jack were on their way with leather gloves and gear in tow.
At first, she was very scared and she was trying to run, but I just talked gently to her, and you could see her kind of relax at one moment. And as soon as the blanket went over, she just kind of folded and let us help her.
With the eagle secured in the back of their car, they brought her to Ottawa, where Safe Wings volunteers assessed her. Affectionately named Charlie by Jack, she has injuries to her wing and hip and is believed to be about 5 years old.
She's got a very swollen shoulder, and we're not sure if there's a break there. And then she's also got some issues with her left hip, so all on the one side.
They suspect she may have been hurt during a territorial dispute. For Safe Wings, a group that cares for about 100 injured birds each year and collects thousands more that die in window collisions, Charlie is only the third bald eagle they've ever rescued.
They're not as many of them as sparrows or robins or the cardinals that we all see, but we do have some out in the west near the Mud Lake area, and we definitely have a bunch that are out east at Petrie Island.
On Wednesday, Charlie was transferred to the Owl Foundation, a specialized rehab center where she'll get x-rays.
We don't know what her prognosis is, whether she'll be able to fly and hunt on her own again, so we have to wait and see what they're going to say.
This was us trying to get her into the car.
As for Jenna, she says it won't be her last rescue, but it is without question one of her most memorable.
You see them from a distance, you see them in flight, and they look incredible, but seeing them up close, their eyes, and just how intelligent they are, it's something that I'll never forget, for sure.
Caitlin Wilson, CTV News.
Last year, the proceeds from this Halifax Christmas tree drive gave local families the support they needed. It's a tradition organizers plan to continue this weekend.
We work with the Christmas Tree Association of Nova Scotia, and they bring us in these trees, and then the MRB crew puts on a full day, and by donation, people can come in and pick their tree.
The tree drive has been running for 8 years. A Halifax contracting company and Parker Street Food and Furniture Bank join forces every year to make it happen.
I've been in the North End for 24, 25 years now, and we started our business here, MRB Contracting, so it's been important to give back to the community that has been so kind to us. We've got to do so many projects over the years in the North End, and it's just a special place for us. So Parker Street is an obvious choice to help out this time of year.
All proceeds from the tree drive then go to Parker Street, which helps them fund their Christmas hamper program.
And what this program does, it helps a lot of people in need across the Halifax Regional Municipality with the support that they need and to feel dignified and supported and loved during the Christmas season. So it's a box full of filled with Christmas items, meaning food, and then they're given a turkey with that.
This year's drive will take place on Creighton Street in Halifax this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., just in time for the holiday season. Vanessa Wright, CTV News, Halifax.
For nearly 30 years, University of Windsor students have been raising and studying fish hands-on here at the Freshwater Restoration Ecology Center in LaSalle. And every so often, they come across something that stops even veteran researchers in their tracks.
This year, we came across a very unique gem. We found the twin salmon babies very early on in our research.
Conjoined twin salmon babies found by grad students just this fall while sorting through thousands of newly hatched Chinook salmon, a rare developmental quirk that only shows up maybe once in every 10 to 50,000 hatches, and a first for this facility.
They were just incredibly in awe of the fact that it survived, first of all, and secondly, they just sort of thought it was incredibly biologically fascinating because it's so rare.
The team snapped a quick photo and then put the tiny twins back with the rest of the hatchlings to give them the best shot at survival.
Very rare, and also very rare to find one that's still alive and surviving.
As for how long they'll make it, Pitcher says they should be okay for now, but their future gets trickier as they grow up.
At least through the juvenile stage, but at some point when it runs out of yolk sac, it'll struggle to separate.
Still, he says the find has been huge for students.
They learned a lot from this. They certainly learned that the health of the fish is really incumbent upon the people taking care of them, and they were able to essentially keep this thing alive, even though generally in the wild it wouldn't make it.
Travis Fortnum, CTV News.
Donor Peter Gilgan helps flip a switch to light up a sign for the new research center that will be a world leader. The Mattamy Homes founder says he lost a brother to cancer, but he believes this is the turning point in the battle against the disease.
So we're gonna launch some rockets at cancer that just weren't around even a decade ago, and that's why I think that it's a great time to make the investment in cancer research, because I think we're going to have a great return from it.
Dr. Raymond Kim says we've known for decades that early detection is the key to survival, and that is why the new program will focus on detecting and treating cancer in its early stages. One new technique involves analyzing the blood.
This technology is so sophisticated that by using certain analytical methods that's called epigenetics, we can figure out where in the body that these bits of DNA are coming from. And by using this technology, such as liquid biopsy, we can find their cancer earlier and intercept it even quicker.
Luana Locke lost her sister, her mother, and was diagnosed with breast cancer herself before learning her family had Li-Fraumeni syndrome, a genetic condition that vastly increases your chances of developing cancer.
It has meant loss and devastation, and as cliche as it sounds, empty seats at a dinner table, but a lot of empty seats.
But research into early detection at Princess Margaret has changed her interpretation of the word cancer.
It still knocks the wind out of you, but very quickly now we're able to pick ourselves up and turn that into a fight.
I had a 9-centimeter cyst on my left ovary.
Olympic ice dancer Piper Gillis was diagnosed with stage 1 ovarian cancer while competing in 2022. She was treated, and today she is still on the ice preparing again for the Olympics.
Right now, 90% of cancers are curable if they're caught early. That's a big percentage.
The Peter Gilgan Center for Early Cancer Detection Research will be based here at the hospital, with many top researchers still to be hired. Pauline Chan, CTV News.
If you think about Montreal winter from back in the day, numbing temperatures and feet of snow might come to mind.
It's weird when there's no snow in the holidays.
You might also think of winter sports.
Snowmobiling, a little bit of skiing.
If we got snow, that's a plus.
And the forecast this season is looking like a cool throwback for snow enthusiasts. According to the Weather Network, below seasonal temperatures are expected across Quebec all winter long, with the first half of the season likely being the coldest. Meteorologist Kelly Sonnenberg says there's several factors at play.
The polar vortex, that's making a return this season as well. A lot of cold air locked in place across the North Pole is going to be starting to slide further south. We've got a La Nina in place, and as we head into this winter season, what this tends to lead to is colder than normal temperatures, kind of filling in across much of central and even at times eastern and western Canada.
Quebecers can also expect a mixed bag of precipitation, from freezing rain to sleet and snow.
Taking a look at November already in Montreal, our snowfall totals have actually doubled for what is normal.
For stores like Play It Again Sports, a whiter winter is good news, particularly after rougher seasons.
Since 1998, I remember folks coming in around Canadian Thanksgiving, prepping their winter with their little ones. We're not accustomed to having snow in abundance the last, I would say, 3 to 5 years.
But owner Yves Muchaka says ski sales are up and excitement is spilling over to the slopes. In a statement to CTV, the Quebec Ski Areas Association said the forecast of a more traditional winter is fantastic news for families, and the province's 72 ski areas are ready to ensure fun. Meanwhile, some are bracing for all that comes with a lot of snow.
My kids will be able to play in the snow, and the other courses will be that I will need to, remove all the snow on my car.
We've been preparing since September.
Dan Ola specializes in snow removal.
The first snow removal service that comes is your municipality, and they don't care if your bins are in the street. They're going to knock them down.
Ola says being mindful of what you leave on your lawn can help make the season easier on everyone. Because if the predictions are right, we could be seeing a lot of snow. Anastasia Dextrine, CTV News.
I see you've got a pretty cool picture on your envelope.
In this small classroom, some big ideas are being taught. This one is about responsibility and the power of young voices coming together.
If we learn it when we're younger, then we can continue to do it as adults.
And what these grade 3-4s are learning is how to protect the environment, one plastic bottle at a time.
If there's too much garbage, the ecosystem and a lot of plants and animals would go endangered.
Their teacher came up with the assignment to have students develop a campaign to take to grocery store managers.
It's about empowering these individuals at a young age to start thinking mindfully about their actions and how they can bring about change in the communities.
They hand-delivered letters asking the managers to create refill stations for items like soap or sugar.
To add a section in the store for customers to refill the containers. So then they could refill their bottle every time that they need more instead of buying more bottles, which makes more plastic.
Their pitch also included asking stores to purchase fewer items in plastic containers or wrap.
How's your letter coming along?
Even at their age, these students know that change isn't easy, but can be possible.
Give it a try. You may like it, you may not, but you just gotta be flexible and try it.
They're the ones that need to have a voice and be able to articulate the needs that need to be brought about so that we can have a more sustainable future.
So while this may be classroom work, it has the potential to extend far beyond these walls. Carla Shinkirk, CTV News, Saskatoon.
As a Ukrainian Canadian, showing our Ukrainian culture I think it's really huge. As a dancer itself, it's really incredible, like dream come true to be dancing on such a stage.
Practice makes perfect, and the dancers of Vohan Ukrainian Ensemble are putting in the hours.
preparing to present Svitlo at Alberta's Northern Jubilee Auditorium.
It's just so much bigger than any stage we get to dance on normally that you can really just like kind of let yourself fully dance. You're running, you're not holding back, hitting our full potential.
Much of the motivation to hit that potential comes from the show's subject matter, as well as its cast, which includes 8 special guests from Ukraine's Gerdan Theatre.
When Vahogne asked us to come here to Edmonton, we were so excited because this is like a new experience for us, for our group. Sing and dancing all together.
Their voices are booming in the studio. It's almost like spiritual and transcendental. It's more than just listening to a track and dancing to it. Like, you are feeling it in your body.
How does it make you feel when you're performing and you're sharing the music?
The best for me, this is like I feel shiver and goosebumps, and my heart opens in my love.
Dancers and singers taking the stage together. Connor Hogg, CTV News, Edmonton.
And as we continue to build our toy mountain, once again, we're getting a big boost from toy companies, including Crayola, helping us stack that mountain even higher for families who need it the most. Here's CTV's Luke Samard with more on Crayola's donations.
Tonight in the Access Stores Toy Shop, it's all about getting creative and using our imagination, all thanks to Crayola. Let's start with ripping, spinning, and coloring fun with Crayola Color Whirls. Complete in a whirlwind battle of creativity. Challenge friends to battles where spinning tops clash in exciting high-energy competitions with an arena large enough for 4 players. Each rip and spin creates a unique piece of art. It's not just a game, it's a creative journey. Ready, set, color. Your favorite TV characters from Bluey and Paw Patrol with Crayola's Scribble and Scrubby sets. Children can explore their imagination and play make-believe with the included pools. The set comes with 8 markers and a scrub brush, perfect for creating fun spots on all their friends. Collect and color them all with separate friends from each set. Color, wash, and color again for never-ending fun. Step into the world of color and creativity with the Crayola Marker Airbrush Kit. This art set transforms everyday markers into dazzling spray art with a push of a button. The battery-powered airbrush makes it easy to create vibrant effects, cool shapes, and eye-catching patterns. 8 markers with 5 reusable stencils means kids can explore and bring their imagination to life. Creativity is a spray away, the perfect gift for young artists aged 6 and up. Get ready to mix, swirl, and stretch your way through goo. Choose your goo, galactic or unicorn. This all-in-one station comes loaded with everything kids need to create cosmic slime concoctions. Think goo powers, glittery mix, and Crayola markers for custom colors. No mess, no stress. Just out-of-this-world sensory fun. Now all these great toys from Crayola will help us build that toy mountain. In the Access Storage Toy Shop, I'm Luke Samard.
The exhibition focused on my identity being Kurdish, the identity that was forbidden where I was born, and unfortunately it's still forbidden in a lot of different places.
Forbidden Colors opens tomorrow. Winnipeg-based artist Bisiak, who was born in Syria and comes from a refugee background, says it highlights the colors that shape the Kurdish culture, traditions, and celebrations. The artist says the Kurdish people, an ethnic minority group without an official state, have faced a lot of discrimination and racism throughout history.
You know, there's a lot of personal stories in this exhibition. There's a lot of my family stories and my people. So I think what I'm trying to what I'm trying to do with this exhibition is just to highlight the Kurds and their own way.
A free opening ceremony is being held tomorrow at 7 p.m., showcasing a feature documentary on the artist. The event will also include a conversation between Bisiak and the director.
Mara Ali, the volunteer committee chair for Agribition, has been helping out at the event for 36 years. She jokes there may be something in the water on the real district grounds that keeps people coming back for more.
I swear they put something in your blood or in your drink when you get here, because you get the passion for the show and you come back every year to volunteer. It's a way of giving back, but it's also the way of meeting people, and every year it's like meeting family, a family reunion.
According to Ollie, there are over 425 volunteers at Agribition this year, all working together to put on one of the best agricultural shows in North America.
We're just very appreciative of everybody that does support the event, and it's not me that gets to do it. I'm very fortunate. I get to stand up and take the limelight a lot of it, but again, it's our volunteers and our crew are the backbone of this organization, along with our board and staff.
This is the coordinator to dispatch.
A key cog in the Agribition volunteer machine are the courtesy car drivers. They drive a fleet of 14 vehicles that transport some of the week's most important guests from the airport and hotels to the Real District.
Our airport greeters and our courtesy car drivers are the first contact these international guests have. And so we're being an ambassador for the city and for Agribition itself and providing them this courtesy just to make them feel welcome.
Many of the people involved with Agribition in agreement that it's the volunteers who drive the show from start to finish. Jacob Carr, CTV News, Regina.
Kingiwéanteg on Manitoulin Island has officially opened its foundation to support learners with Anishinaabe worldviews. The over 3-decade-old learning institution is also taking time to celebrate its accreditation for the Indigenous Studies programs, plus celebrating an Anishinaabe place of learning.
The Waskana Foundation, the new charitable organization that will be supporting Kingiwéanteg, will help to enable them to fund programs that aren't currently funded, to help our learners to incorporate or learn about our culture.
Kingiwéanteg, I don't think, cannot be compared to any mainstream university and college that we have around us, because their efforts come from that resiliency. Their efforts come from that care and compassion.
It's our time. We're ready to do this work. We just want more and more people to come on board and be part of our success. That's all really tonight is about, is celebrating that success and really believing that we can do it.
Officials say the learning institution is important for reconciliation and helps keep the language and culture strong.
If you ask Yi Zhao why he's been pointing his camera at the sky for so long, his answer will be simple.
No, it's just my hobby.
But taking one picture every minute for about 3 hours is proving to be far more substantial than that.
You see kind of everything become alive.
Before he shows us the time-lapse video he's making, take a look at some of the other things Yi's brought to life.
So I'm doing the computer animation.
Before he retired, Yi worked on more than 30 movies and TV shows, from Hotel Transylvania to the Oscar-winning Across the Spider-Verse.
So this is all connected to my career.
Except, instead of telling fictional stories on screen, Yi is now documenting a very real adventure unfolding around all of us all the time.
It's exciting to see everything alive.
When he's not capturing the drama of clouds forming over a city, Yi's contemplating how fungi is quietly growing in the forest.
And it's just not like a still picture.
Instead, Yi calls these portraits from a hidden world that many of us overlook, that remind him of whimsical characters from an old Disney movie, all with unique personalities.
That's great.
Because more than a hobby, Yi says this has become a daily meditation that's taught him to slow down, connect with the world, and be unexpectedly inspired.
It's like a music, like a symphony of the orchestra.
A silent soundtrack until after this reporter stops taking pictures of him taking pictures, and Yi can start editing it all together with music, capturing what he calls the fleeting masterpiece of nature. But you don't need to be an extraordinary animator to bring an ordinary day to life. Yi says if we simply pause and appreciate the beauty that surrounds us, we'll find every moment can be filled with wonder, both big and small.
feel great.
Adam Swansky, CTV News, North Vancouver.